Hello. Let's talk about Acolyte. I just finished episode 1, and I'm gonna do this in 2 parts and fuse the audio together. With that said, okay. First of all, let me put this disclaimer out there. For one, I'm starting to get views and subscribers and stuff on like my channel, and before we go any further, I appreciate that, and I just want to let people know that this is slowly starting to become me talking about videos and movies and TV shows. I just want to put out there, I don't consider myself a movie reviewer. I consider myself just a person who I watch media, and I just want to talk about it because I don't have many people in my life to talk about it. So it's just like, let's just discuss it with the internet, you know, and you can hear what I have to say. You don't have to, but I don't necessarily want to influence people's opinion. Like everyone has their own experience when they watch something. I just want to talk about it. You can tell me your experience. You can hear my experience. With that said, like, I ain't here to like trash too many things or say this is that. Like, I don't want you will have your opinion. I have my opinion. With that said, let's get this party started. I do have gripes though about Acolyte. Overall, let's break it down. Jimmy Jam. So first episode, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little eepy, but as I consider myself a decent Star Wars fan. I watched Rebels, so don't mean to toot my own horn on that one. Didn't watch Resistance. That was one that maybe someday, who knows. But so Acolyte. Okay, I remember I did go see the Phantom Menace in theaters, and they showed us a preview of Acolyte at the end. So I already saw the beginning part, which was like cool and all. You know, it was cool. I mean, a lightsaber came out. That was cool. But my main gripe with that fight in the beginning was it was like, oh my god, it was so hyped up, and then the Jedi we had in there, she got killed, and I felt like that kill was just way too easy, because like there's a part where like this assassin comes out throwing knives and stuff, and the assassin's gonna throw it at like civilian, and the Jedi knows that's exactly what the Jedi is gonna do, and stops the knife, but didn't somehow predict that a knife was coming right at them, and they die. I don't know if that just like a Jedi Master did not see that coming. That was a little kind of like like I knew that like, oh, if this person's gonna throw a knife at a civilian, they're most likely a second knife is coming at me. And so I didn't stop it somehow. They pulled out their lightsaber and everything. So that was kind of like okay, whatever. I don't know how much training this Jedi has, or I guess Sith is like what they're leaning towards. But judging from what I know, it seems like this Sith is still an apprentice taking on a Jedi Master. So that was kind of weird. After that though, you see this exact same person just doing their normal life, and you're like, wait a minute, I thought this person was an assassin. Okay, this is where it kind of gets interesting. He's like, because you're like, oh, this person just chilling, working their 9-to-5 job. There is a fire in space at one point. That is something, but you know, Star Wars have already been fires in space and explosions, so I guess that's already canon in the universe. You know, that's neither here or there. She has like a little PTSD flashback. Then she gets questioned by the Jedi Council. Bada bing, bada boom. She gets questioned. There's like a whole jailbreak with that. One guy doesn't believe her old master or whatever. I mean, doesn't believe that she killed this Jedi Master. Some of the makeup in some instances look weird on some of the characters. This green person to begin with, not to be prejudiced, but anyways, they go look for her because, you know, first of all, and the jailbreak kind of annoyed me too, because like everyone's busting out, and then she eventually finds a way to bust out, and helps like a person who they deem to be like psychopathic. Why? I would be like, look, maybe I should help you because you're a living being, but also like apparently you need a parasite to keep you sedated, so I don't think I would help you out. So there's that. And then after all that, but eventually she crash lands. Then she has some kind of vision, and then you find out that like from a conversation with these other Jedis that she had a twin, and then when she has this vision, you're like, oh, so like is this like an evil twin type situation, which, you know, is kind of on brand with Star Wars. I mean, like whole twin like duo evil thing like kind of already existed, like what is it, like in like the two twins or like siblings that were like, one was like the good side of the Force, one was the bad side of the Force, that like I remember at one point like Anakin discovers in that like filler episode, you know, and he finds out that he kind of has like a vision he's gonna be Darth Vader, you know, or even the fact that like Luke and Leia are twins. That's kind of on brand with Star Wars, like an evil twin type thing. So okay, I'm on board with that. I can live with that. So with that said though, they eventually find this girl, and she's like, I didn't do it. My sister's alive. And he's like, I believe you. And okay, I'm like, you know, I was like, okay, ball's getting rolling a little bit, you know, not too bad. But here's what I had to gripe. Towards the end, the evil sister, she's like walking, and you hear a voice that sounds menacing and evil. And that part was kind of cool because like a boom, like red lightsaber busts out. You're like, oh, snap. It's getting serious. Red lightsaber. This is a time where like there was peace. And it said that at the beginning of the screen, which was kind of cool when they did that. But my gripe was like whoever was speaking made a speech about how like, oh, Jedi, you can't kill them with like a weapon or steel or laser. And then I'm like, literally in the first scene, I guess I'm assuming this is the apprentice, Sith apprentice, kills a Jedi with a weapon made of the dagger steel. So that was kind of contradictory, and that kind of annoyed me a little bit. But he's like, you killed them with an acolyte or something. I don't even know what acolyte means. Google here. But overall, first episode, I mean, it's all right. I guess that's all I can say. I'm not like trying to review it or anything, but like just, I'm about to watch the second episode. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Also, I want to point out there's a scene where like one of the Jedis is like steaming his robe and people walk in on him and he's like indecent, I guess. And it's like, sorry, I didn't know you're coming in kind of thing. And I'm like, I want to know why that was shown. Why was that shown? Why did I need to see this man's abs? I mean, great body. Don't get me wrong. Very attractive man. But like, who was that for? Who was that for? Was it for me? If it was, maybe I appreciate it. Anyways, moving on. Okay, we're back. We're back. A dinosaur story. Okay, so first of all, we got the two characters I'm remembering. May, she's like the evil twin. And then there's Osha, who's the good twin. Well, just good, whatever, bad, whatever. Second episode. So like, first of all, beginning May, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about her character. That could change over time. But one thing was cool was like, okay, she's trying to kill Jedi Master, and one thing I love in the Star Wars franchise is when like a Jedi Master proves why they're a Jedi Master. She's trying to kill him. Jedi's like just meditating, can't touch this. I feel her character was trying a little too hard to be cool. Felt that a little bit, a bit cringe in it. Link. But anyways, interesting. So Osha's character though, I started kind of like Osha's character a little bit, and I don't know if the Osha and May are played by the same actress or if there's real life twins. I don't know. We'll Google here in a minute. It's interesting how they're playing kind of different roles there, and I have different opinions about both of them. I kind of like that, but so far I do find it interesting, to do that. So there's that. Anyways, they confront May because she got ratted out by her supplier or whatever. And lo and behold, that was actually much easier than I thought it was going to be. A shorter episode than the first one. So they confront her. And interesting enough, you're starting to see how. So I'll tell you one thing. I do kind of. I don't know if I have an issue with it yet, but like they're showing me a lot of May's character, and I wouldn't say they're making me feel for her, but I feel like they're going in the direction of like if she's like, I guess I don't know if I'm assuming she's being trained by a Sith. It feels weird that I'm getting, there are parts of this episode where like, I feel like she's the main character and I'm supposed to like care about her. But if she's a Sith, aren't I supposed to be like, no, you're a bad guy, or are they trying to make me like feel more compassion towards her? I don't know what they're doing with that. Because, like, there were some slice of life parts with her. She's just talking to her associate. Like, a normal conversation. Like, oh, we have to do this because it's the right thing to do to kill people, whatever. But I don't know how I feel about that just yet. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But she gets confronted. She fights her old master. But there's a lot of stuff. We're starting to see, one thing that's been kind of known in, like, the Star Wars universe is that the Jedi were kind of flawed to some degree, and you can kind of see the steps of like where they went wrong in Acolyte a little bit, that maybe their philosophies weren't completely the best. So I kind of like that's like kind of being present there a little bit. So anyways, May fights her old. There's a lot of stuff here that I'm like, okay, this happened, but then this happened, and I don't know where this all connects, but I'm sure we'll figure that as time goes on. She managed to escape. She's like pocket sand situation, dusts everybody, gets confronted with her sister. They're like, you're alive? Sister hesitates to shoot her, misses. I like to believe she missed, not on purpose, but she was just a bad shot. Maybe, yeah. So anyways, they're trying to go after her, but then the council's like, no, we gotta diplomatically do this. And I'm like, oh my god, this is one of the parts where like, yeah, Jedi, just go after her. It would be much easier. Like, why do you need to talk about it? Why do you need to have a meeting You know what I'm saying? This could be all done in an email. In fact, they tried to do it with a hologram, but she's like, no, we can't do that. That's not what the Jedi do. That's why you get overthrown a few years later. Jeez Louise. But that's near the lead Jedi was like, yeah, we should go out, and they're like, no. But I was like, whatever. So another thing I had kind of weird, power scaling. So this May, she manages to kill a Jedi in the beginning, fights off 2 Jedis. I mean, I can understand how that might be hard for her. But then she goes to try to kill her associate, but he managed to stop her from killing him. I found the power scaling a little bit off with that. It's a bit weird, but maybe she wasn't trying to kill him. I can see that. Anyways, here's where it all comes down for me. The second episode, it was okay. Like, I was like, okay, that's fine. This is fine. You know, I don't know how long this series is going to be. I don't know how much time we have to flesh this out, but I'm very much a person that, like, okay, I can form thoughts now about how I feel about this, but I know that I have to watch it all in total to kind of get a gist of it. So there's some things I'm like, okay, I don't want to judge that too harshly now because it could change later. So I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. But let me tell you, and this is the one thing I know Disney Plus does this super well. They've done it with Marvel shows. They've done it with Star Wars shows. And here's the thing about Acolyte. I'm not expecting it to be the next Mandalorian or Ahsoka. Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be okay of a show. You know, it ain't gonna be the next what was the other one with the Rebellion one? What was that one called? I can't remember. That one. Yeah, that one. Anyways, they're like, we're going to the Wookiee planet. And then I'm like, oh, hell yeah, here we go. Give me my crumbs. Let me gear up, tighten my nostalgia goggles, and boom, very end, we get a Jedi Wookiee. He like forces a gun towards him, breaks it in half. I'm like, yeah, Wookiees, like, yeah, this is Star Wars right here. This is the Star Wars I came aboard. And then, boom, the famous Disney cut. Cut it right there. Disney Plus, cut it right there. They do this to me every single time. And I'm like, I hate you. Why do you gotta do that to me? You bust out the Wookiee. You know I want it. And it pisses me off every single time. I'm gonna have to wait a whole damn week to see this Wookiee in action. And then no, what's gonna happen is a prediction. The episode's gonna open. We don't see the Wookiee until like halfway through the episode. And then halfway through it, that's like on Disney Plus, it says 40 minutes, but like 20 minutes is like credits. You know? Jesus. Anyways. Acolyte. First 2 episode premiere. How did I feel about it? I don't know yet. I don't want to like say anything too harsh because, you know, we still got some episodes left. But yeah, just give me the nostalgia though. I want to see more lightsabers. I've seen a decent amount of lightsabers. I'll say that about this right now. I want to see Wookiees, you know. And one thing about the Sith, I'll say this about May. She ain't looking too Sith for me. I mean, look, when we got Ahsoka, we had some dope Siths there. Those were pretty cool looking. I mean, come on, we had the old Sith, Darth Vader, Darth Sidious, Darth Maul. How many Darths do I have to put out there? You know? Kylo Ren, everybody. Like, she ain't looking too Sithy for me, though, I'd say that much. But I will say, her outfit does look dope. It's giving me, like, the Dragonborn Slayer armor from Skyrim. That one, yes. So, anyways, what did everyone else think about Acolyte? I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm never a person who tries to judge too hardly. Someone out there had a vision here, and I at least want to give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, money went towards this, but I hope the money goes more towards lightsabers, and I want to see more of the Wookiee. You know, give me the nostalgia. I'm a sucker. Nostalgia is a powerful tool. Give me my crumbs. That's all I care about. Anyways, juice out.